Welcome to this Rings Play and Planche Circuit session. We're here today at Vegas Valley Gymnastics. I'm going to be going for planche variation today, hopefully getting that straight to knee finally. It's been a long time coming and I really just want to get it now. And I'm also going to go for a Zarian, probably with a spot from Tyson, just to get the feel for it on the rings. So I don't know if I'm going to be strong or not today. It's hard for me to tell just because yesterday I wasn't feeling particularly strong and we did strength yesterday, so don't know what to expect. I'm going to have C4 though. On that, I've only got one shaker right now and it's full of Powerade, so I'm going to have to, I'm probably just going to pour the C4 in my mouth, put a bit of water in. I haven't really done that before, so that should be an interesting experience.
You dirty man.
Yes. I felt so good in San Diego, and then this week I've been feeling not quite as strong. I'm not like disappointed or anything like that, that's just how strength is. So yeah, today, what are we gonna see, guys? Huh? What's this?
The claws.
So here it is. We've got the fruit punch. Not my favorite flavor. Never done this before actually, putting a pre-workout in my mouth without having mixed it. I don't think it's gonna taste too good, but let's find out. Kind of went up my nose a bit. It's not too bad actually, taste-wise it's fine. Just felt like the fumes went up my nose, which was pretty unpleasant. Let's keep going. I don't even need water. That's not so bad, it's just really sweet. Does anyone actually prefer doing it without mixing it prior? Let us know. Just started warming up for planche and I'm feeling good. Two small things, but I find them very satisfying and encouraging with your training. Firstly, my compression is improving, of course. I'm stretching a lot for V-sit and it's showing in my pike press. I'm able to pike press through pretty low parallettes now without touching the ground, which is, I have to really push for it, but I can do it, and that's just exciting and fun. And the second thing is just how strong my tuck planche negative is now. I haven't really been doing very many of them because I've been doing the straddle negative and that, but in the tuck now I feel 100% in control. Feels so good. That's something for you guys to look forward to when you're training and you're starting to make the gains. When these simpler progressions become really easy, it's just fun. You can have fun doing the easier stuff, and I can't wait to get to that level with the hard stuff. That's going to be exceptionally cool. Something to note recently is I've been eating less than I usually would. I've been having about 2 meals a day rather than my usual 3 or 4, and generally the meals have been lower calorie meals than I would usually have, so I'm interested to see if this is making me better. I also think it might mean I have less energy than usual. Not that I feel down or anything, but just that's obviously what calories are. We'll see how I go today. If I do really well with this planche, I'll keep this sort of diet going. The meals that I'm having right now is greens and protein in Vegas, and they just have really clean meals. They tell you the calories, the carbs, the protein, the fat, so it's really good because you know exactly what you're getting, and it's delicious and just pretty like clean and simple stuff. For example, we've been having like chicken breast, sweet potato mash, and avocado for meals, so it's just excellent. And it really does fill me up as well. Like this morning I had some French toast and with a bit of granola and banana, and that was it. It was a small meal, but it had a lot of calories in it, about 600 calories, and it filled me up. So let's see what happens.
Let's see how Lachlan goes out on the ranch.
Nothing like that fresh farm air.
Lower, 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 lower. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Jeez. I felt the C4 in my head then. There's just a lot of pressure in the head. That was really cool. I felt a new level of lean, that's for sure.
Are you purposely trying to keep your legs at a right angle?
No.
Because, I mean, if you wanted to make it easier, you can make sure that you're bending them.
I'm feeling better at planche every day.
You didn't hold it for 2 seconds.
Okay.
But it was your best negative.
Okay. I can do this though. I'm so close, I know I can do this. It's now at the point where it's just purely mental. Just gotta force myself and I can do this.
Lower, lower, lower. Stop. 1.
Is that it?
It's pretty, that wasn't 2 seconds, it's pretty good.
Ah!
It's like a second.
Damn it, I heard 1 and then I counted to 2. That was really cool. I started to feel like a shake through my entire body, which I don't often shake under pressure, but I guess there's that much force going to the shoulders and arms. Everything feels great though, there's no uncomfortable pressure. The wrists, I can feel pressure, but they're now used to this new amount of lean, so it's really nice. This is just like it's like a heavy weight. It's hard, but it's not like uncomfortable. So that was definitely the closest I've ever been, but not quite. So I want to get the undisputed one now. Just boom, solid. Yep, you've definitely got it. Come on. Yeah, that was so close. I just feel like, yeah, mental. It's mental. Just do it.
Lower, 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 lower. Stop.
Well, don't leave me in suspense, man. How was it?
No, it wasn't a hole.
Yeah, really is 100% of my effort. I suppose to do a full hold, you need to feel in control and have a little bit of excess strength. Because right now I'm on my limit, so I'm slowly failing.
Do you feel fatigued right now? Is that why?
Maybe, I think I was a little bit more fatigued in that one than I was in the second. Generally the second set is always my strongest set. So again, hate to say it, but I didn't get it today. But definitely the strongest I've ever been. Hoping next week that I can do a solid hold, and I also want to try to do a straight planche negative and just see how that goes. Maybe even, what do you think about doing today, just for fun? Alright, today I'm going to give a full planche
negative. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm going to give a full planche negative a go. Yes! I was thinking of next week, but why not do it right now? Not sure what's going to happen, but this is going to be good. Here I just want to have a slow controlled negative. That'd be awesome. I haven't been able to do that before ever, so if I can do that, I'm a happy man.
That was pretty good, man.
Damn!
That was pretty good.
I do feel like I needed more lean, obviously. I fell at the bottom a little bit. Jeez, that's impressive. I felt probably in control until I think about maybe here. And then I didn't think I went far enough to compensate for the drop in the legs. Definitely good to play around with that, and I'm going to start doing this more frequently in the play sessions now, just to get familiar with the movement and slow it down and get the balance. Oh, that was good. I just need more strength in my cross. Alright, I'm going to do it one more time, and I'm really just going to push as hard as I can to hold the cross. In those previous attempts, I was holding off a bit, as I was a bit scared, as it's so much pressure on the tendons. This is why you want to be training the final variations in your training, because you've got to get over that fear of the force that's required. Definitely needed the squat. I was putting in 100% effort. I definitely felt the pressure through the shoulders and the biceps, and that's great. I just felt what it feels like to do it on the rings. Now it's just a matter of doing it more often, and then Tyson can reduce his squat as I get stronger. It feels good. I feel a pump from just that single set. I decided I'm not going to do the Azarian on the cross trainers and do it at level today, mainly because that Azarian was spot on the rings was fantastic. I felt a lot of pressure. It was really good, and the focus of today's play session really was on the planche. Now, seeing as we do have 2 play sessions every week, I'm going to be focusing one play session on the planche and the other one on the Azarian. On the Azarian, I think the main thing I need to improve now is just my cross strength, because that's obviously a pretty big fundamental part of the Azarian. You come into it and the cross is almost a resting position. I'm doing my 3rd set of compression work now. I'm just doing a passive stretch. Each set I can get deeper and deeper, and I'm able to actually get to the full compression shape. It isn't comfortable yet, so I really need to get that comfortable so I can actually then start to work using my own strength to pull into that position, because there's no way I can do that if I'm not even comfortable when I'm pulling myself into it with like external strength. So I'm going to do a 30-second hold of this, try and get that full compression, and then right after that I'll do a pike press and see if I can, obviously I'll be more warmed up and limber. I should be able to compress myself further than usual. So you can see, I think around 20 seconds I started to get the full compression. It's great, I can get there and I'm really happy about that. It's just a bit uncomfortable in the hamstrings. So I just need to keep doing this now pretty much every day just to get more and more comfortable in that position. The two things I've been doing are the Jefferson curls and that bouncing thing that Antronic showed us. They're both really helping. I want to do more Jefferson curls, I just haven't had access to a weighted bar like we normally would. So that was a passive stretch. Doing the pike press is an active compression. It's a little bit easier than the V-sit, I'd say, just because with V-sit you're fighting against gravity as well as trying to compress yourself. So we'll have a see if it is noticeably better than that first set I did at the start of the session. That's really fun. I want to start playing around with this more for sure. It might be a little bit indirect, but this is definitely play for the V-sit because particularly on the negative, I can really compress. Feel an intense squeeze going on in my abs right here. Just trying to push against the hamstring mobility basically. My feet did just touch on that press, but I think they didn't touch as much as they did on that first set. Yeah, so what I'll probably do is just play around, just stretching out the hamstrings and then doing presses with as much compression as I can. Rather than doing like the 5 reps like we do in gymnastics conditioning, I'll just do singles, and that way all I'm thinking about is just for the whole moment that I'm compressed as hard as I possibly can. Seeing as I've already done the whole planche play sesh, I don't feel like I need to do a minute to warm up. I could start to push it pretty early on there. Feels good.
Butt lower. That's good. Bit higher for the tuck. Oh, that was pretty good. Piked a bit in that.
Oh, damn. Almost fell there. Yeah. There was a second where I started to tip, but then Tyson caught me. So
if you'd bailed that, it would have been disgusting.
Yeah, this is similar.
Oh my god!
This is similar to like tumbling in that, where you cannot bail if you're going for it. If I did like bend my arm or lose body tension, I would have just gone. Because obviously Tyson has to use the body tension to help me up. Great exercise, conquers that fear. Is it looking vascular around here?
Oh.
I don't know how to get them out actually.
More of those. Yeah. Yep. Now we can tell. Yeah, it's like fixed ISO.
We're back in what's now become world renowned as Planche Pastures. Such a beautiful place. And you really just have to do planche when you come here.
Or that horse will murder you.
As you'd all be aware, this one is the handstand lower to straddle planche as slow as possible. Now, I am feeling really good, so I'm not gonna do the negative as slow as possible because I don't want to be here all day. Instead, I'm just gonna do a reasonably quick one and try and hold that straddle planche for 2 seconds.
It's fucking really good. Yeah.
It is hard still. I think each consecutive set I'm getting a bit more fatigued on this. The first 1 and 2 felt really solid. We've said it once, we've said it a few times, but I'll say it again because it's so important. All I'm thinking about that helps me get that lean is always have the pressure of the wrist. When you're in your handstand, before you start lowering into your straddle planche or whatever planche variation you're doing, you have to get the weight forward and you have to feel it in this part of the wrist like it's under tension. If you're doing these adjustments, the balance is there for sometimes behind the wrist, sometimes in front. You can't lean forward properly doing that, you're going to fall out of it. So make sure every negative you do, before you go out of the handstand, start leaning and start feeling the weight in the front of your hand, and then as you go, try to make that more and more intense. Craig Baxter, the man, taught us that back in the Planche and Multis training series. If you check that out on my channel, it's quite simple, but it really helps. So make sure you're paying attention to that when you're doing your negatives. I'm not able to pull that as high as I'd like to. It's maybe a little bit too heavy for me. Probably should bring it down to just maybe 10 kilograms is where I'm at. Just to give you guys some context as to why I was a bit all over the place with that backward walk, it just feels like the timing of the push isn't quite right. Definitely getting better at this one. Just always trying to push the hips up more until it's completely open. That's the goal. I'm feeling stronger in this one, although Tyson says there's no noticeable difference in how light I am. That's it for today's session. Really enjoyed the play, that was great. I'm gonna do a sauna again tonight, and then we'll be hitting it hard tomorrow. See you there.